What's up, agents, and welcome back to the day 9 of the DJ Tickle summer recap. I'm currently away on my summer holidays and I'm doing a recap of all the builds that I have in my loadouts. These are ones that I keep on me at all times, give or take a few little swap outs depending on what it is that you are running. These are the ones that have stood the test of time for me and come in, all of the time. For instance, this one, now we are high-end pistol building. There is a couple of variants of this. I'm not going to be covering Headhunter's Fury. That will be in its own separate video, but I will show you a couple of swap outs. What's really good about this one is it's really good right now for reanimated. Unfortunately, reanimated won't be on when this video goes live, but it's definitely one to keep in your inventory for when that comes around. So this was kind of the original one. There's a few different variants of it now, especially with Imminent Armament, if I'm saying that right. What a mouthful, out as well. But this is one that has always stuck with me, and yeah, I like to kind of keep forever. Anyway, enough said. Let's clear the screen off. We'll dismiss that. So one thing that you can see there, that if you're not in combat, I like to build up the stacks for the Dodge City. Make sure you say that right, because it will just make that first shot just that little bit easier, especially if you're like me and not great with headshots. It'll just make your life that little bit easier, and it'll also build your Headhunter bonus up a little bit quicker as well. We'll try and snipe this red bar here. If he'll stand still, please. He's not going to. There we go. I'm going to exploded. Man alive. That dizziness from the shield break, I really wish they would just remove that for PvE. I understand the meaning behind it for PvP. This guy here, chill out, bro. Holy smokes. Run, run, run. And I'll do a first couple of rooms just to kind of show you. We are running Gunner. I mean, you don't necessarily need to run Gunner with this, but I do like that 10% armor on kill. And the idea with this is that you're just really quick, ahead of the game. You gotta be feeling sharp. Don't be playing this build at 4 o'clock in the morning when you've had a few beers and you're half asleep.
First priority should be to shut that down. Looks like the best way to take the
Will you have any trouble with it at all?
That's just a fancy way of saying everything.
We'll do the next area. I think there's quite a few enemies in this next area, and then we'll show you the build and go over it.
Hit the main fuel line in the basement. That should get it flowing again.
There we are.
Open the fuel line. That should give the decon protocol enough gas to run.
What is good is that you can snipe pretty well with the pistol. Where is he? There you are. Saw you. Where's I being shot from then? Oh, there you are. Thank you. Oh, he got me, Needed one extra bullet. What's this? Oh man, I was going to get him in the toe. I'm going to get him in the toe. I'm just worried about this guy here on the side. Is he gone? Where's he gone? Odd. Oh, he's not going to let me shoot him in the toe. I thought...
The decontamination protocol can be initiated.
I'm a little bit confused why the guy on the left just disappeared. I don't think I've got turmoils on. That was going to be one of the alternatives that I showed you with this.
Right in the middle of
It's a little bit strange. Usually you don't have to kill these, but let's just... No, I've not got turmoils on there. Nothing's dying. What is nice though is that XP for getting nothing but headshots really does build up. Really, really does. Anyway, I've showed you enough there. Let's just flip over to the actual build. So like I said before, the one swap that I would do with this, if you really wanted to, would be you could swap out the Fox's Pros that are not rolled with headshot damage. That's a mistake because I use them in multiple builds. I should really just get 2 per, right? But inventory space, I mean, it's not as bad nowadays, but it's what it is. You could switch the Foxy's purse out when I'm stop messing in the wrong menus, and then basically put in turmoils instead, and that will also you know, the 2-for-1 with these, especially if you're running heroic, it's really nice. Moving on to the rest of the build, you're going to want yourself some contractor's gloves with headshot damage on. You're going to want yourself Providence backpack. It can be the gift or it could be a regular Providence backpack, it doesn't really matter. Perfect vigilance. We've got headshot damage, weapon handling, and headshot damage. I do like having weapon handling on headshot builds, just gets you reloading that little bit quicker. Then we've got a punch drunk with weapon handling and headshot damage. We get 20% pistol damage here as well, and 20% headshot damage. Punch drunk is really good piece for anything headshot related. We've got a chain killer with headshot damage and weapon handling and perfect headhunter, and then the Dodge City holster that I told you about before. Kind of perfect stats for this, and like I said, allows you to build up that headhunter bonus with a really powerful shot with your first one to get going. I am using the harvest, which at the moment I don't believe you can get. Wait for the loot goblin to come around, get yourself one with damage, target, out cover, and determined. But if you've not got one, you could use the regular police, or you could use a D50, and they'll both work absolutely fine. Or if you're really hardcore, you could just slap on a regulus and just go about it that way as well, rather than using determined. We're going to take a look at the stats. We're at 243% headshot damage, which is really nice, because if we flip over to this, we're over the cap for Headhunter, which gives us the maximum damage of 1250%. Now, what I'll do is I'll take off this gun here and I'll put the regulars on. Now, I'm not good with the regulars, but we're going to give this next section a go. But I'm going to give you just one other little tip here. You can see here, determined on an M700, which is really nice. If you need an alternative weapon to shoot at range, for some reason, I kind of like to have that in my bag, just to kind of, you know, help me out.
I guess you could call that clean.
Now we've seen the firestorm, let's go and see how I get on. So obviously this is much more reliant on using the big shield, because you will take more hits unless you're some kind of demon with the pistol. But that is nice, right?
You should be able to access the board that-
Who doesn't like the explosion, especially if you run up close to them and get the explosion going. Now you've got a revive hive on as well as the big shield, so you know you can afford to do that. And then you can always sit back a little bit if you need to, until the revive hive comes back. It's so satisfying. It's just a shame that it's not used more. Like, determined really has killed a lot of stuff. I understand why people don't use it, but then, you know, if you're like me, where it's just easier, then... Whoa, what happened then? That was weird. I mean, it does a lot of damage anyway. Let's get this guy out of the way. It does a lot of damage anyway, even if you don't hit the headshot. Hi, bro.
The outcasts are using blood from an asymptomatic carrier.
And there we go. And again, the same applies for that. You can put the turmoils on and it'll work just as well. That is going to be it for the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching and supporting this run of videos while I'm on my summer break. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.